Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Tesla Giga Shanghai affected by heat wave and drought. Tesla's semi-production interior teased, touch-based turn signals, stalkless driving and more. A Tesla Model 3 gets destroyed by Alberta hailstorm. And Tesla has begun installing superchargers for vehicles that are towing, will also fit Cybertruck. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. Tesla Giga Shanghai production facility has been affected by a heat wave and drought that has ripped through China. According to reporting from CNN, China's heat wave and drought have forced provincial governments to enforce energy and water rations. The terrible environmental effects have concentrated in the Sichuan province, an area in south-central China. Due to the severity of the situation, cities as far as Shanghai, over 1,200 miles away, are feeling the effects. Two main factors have led the Sichuan provincial government to prevent local factories from opening until Saturday, extending the current shutdown by 5 additional days. First, the area has seen a dramatic drop in rainfall, hindering hydroelectric plants that provide significant power to the province and the rest of China. Secondly, the heat wave has led to increased electricity use and a further reduction in water levels, once again preventing energy production. These power production limitations have led to halts or slowdowns at 16 different auto manufacturers, including SAIC, China's largest manufacturer, Toyota, which owns a production facility within the Sichuan province, and Tesla, whose facility is in Shanghai. This marks the second significant slowdown of the year for Giga Shanghai, following the COVID lockdown that China enforced in March. Details regarding how much production has slowed are not yet available. SAIC and Tesla appealed to the Shanghai city government to intervene, and while the city requested more power be sent from the Sichuan province, many criticized the move, as the remaining power was being used within the province for high-priority tasks. According to CNN, the heat wave has resulted in consistent temperatures above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and the results are quite harrowing. China's largest river, the Yangtze, has shrunk so dramatically that it has forced 70 cities into declaring drought conditions. Further, as the river feeds into China's largest hydropower dam, the Three Gorges Dam, power generation will likely decrease there as well, once again continuing a power shortage and rationing. As the threat of climate change becomes ever more present, droughts and heat waves much as this one will likely become more common. It is unclear how China will avoid similar situations in the near future, without substantial modification to energy generation systems. Moving to the next update, Tesla's semi-production interior teased, touch-based turn signals, stalkless driving, and more. If Elon Musk's recent comments are any indication, the Tesla Semi will be entering production later this year. Interestingly enough, the EV maker has updated the vehicle's official webpage, including, among other things, what appears to be a teaser of the Tesla semi-production interior. Needless to say, it looks fantastic, but might also be polarizing for some. The interior of the Tesla Semi has been pretty elusive since the vehicle's first iteration was unveiled in late 2017. Back then, the Semi's interior featured a lot of the original Model 3's elements, from its dashboard to its driver displays. Tesla's updated webpage for the Semi featured some changes from the original Semi's interior, and some of them are noteworthy. If the new images are indicative of the final iteration of the all-electric Class 8 truck, the Tesla semi-production interior will feature some elements that seem to have been taken from both the new Model S and Model X, and the Model Y and Model 3. What remained from the original prototypes, however, was the Semi's centered driving position, which provides drivers with a commanding view of the road. Immediately noticeable in the new Tesla semi-production interior teaser images was the vehicle's steering wheel, which seems to be inspired by the new Model S and Model X vehicles. Similar to the flagship sedan and SUV, the Semi's steering wheel features several buttons for functions, like the turn signals and the horn. Also interesting is the apparent lack of stalks in the steering column, so changing gears and accessing features like the wipers would likely require a small learning curve. The Semi also seems poised to be equipped with dual phone chargers, which would likely be appreciated, as drivers would be able to charge their phone, and possibly a spare battery pack at the same time. Overall, it is likely that the Tesla Semi is already nearing, if not already on its production version. And considering the increasing number of the trucks being spotted across the United States, it does seem like the Semi may be starting its deliveries later this year. Considering the truck's stalkless driving system and steering wheel controls, however, some drivers may find themselves adjusting a bit before getting the hang of driving the Class 8 all-electric truck. Moving to the next update, a Tesla Model 3 gets destroyed by Alberta hailstorm. The panoramic glass roof on the Tesla Model 3 is extremely strong, able to hold the weight of 2 full-grown elephants. But as one Model 3 owner recently found out, it was no match for a hailstorm in Alberta, and it was all captured on camera from inside the car as it happened. The unfortunate owner is Ross Osborne, who was traveling along the Queen Elizabeth Highway, just south of Red Deer earlier this month. Osborne says he, along with about 70 other vehicles, were caught in the middle of what can only be described as a massive hailstorm. The video shows that may be an understatement. For more than 50 seconds, we can see and hear the Model 3 getting pummeled by massive pieces of hail. The windshield and glass roof shatter with each successive hit, sending shards of glass throughout the cabin. To his credit, Osborne stayed remarkably calm while his Tesla was being destroyed. After turning off the camera, Osborne crawled into the back seat and tried to stay under the crossbeam, just in case the glass roof gave in. But it didn't. Osborne said, "It held up like a champ and took an absolute beating." When it was all over, the glass roof was shattered and water can be seen pouring into the cabin. The outside is even worse. The car is covered in dents, both headlights are shattered, and the driver's side mirror cap was destroyed. Even parts of the car you might not think would be damaged, like the side repeater camera and the charge port door, were also destroyed. It goes without saying that the Model 3 was a complete loss, but more importantly, Osborne escaped uninjured. Moving to the last update, Tesla has begun installing superchargers for vehicles that are towing, will also fit Cybertruck. Tesla has begun installing superchargers in the USA, specific for vehicles that are towing. Large parking spaces are also ideal for charging the massive Cybertruck. The United States is a large country with many stunning and unique cities, as well as compelling and dizzying natural scenery. An electric car such as Tesla is an extremely convenient vehicle for such mind-blowing journeys, as it is pollution-free, brings luxury, comfort, and saves hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in charging costs during a trip. While the capacity of a car can be enough to travel to various cities, traveling to natural attractions can often require a trailer, in which you can sleep or transport things for an overnight stay in the open. Charging a Tesla car that is towing is sometimes not the most pleasant experience. On an unloaded supercharger, owners usually park horizontally in the stalls, occupying about 4 parking spaces. However, at busier charging stations, such charging is not possible. Usually, owners have to unhook their trailer and leave it in a parking lot, not far away, and only after that, ride to the supercharger to charge. Obviously, this takes extra time, which may not be critical with proper planning, but still it is a waste of time. It appears that Tesla has decided to elevate the driving experience for its customers, as it has begun installing superchargers designed specifically for towing vehicles. Recently, a Reddit user shared that a new charging station in Santa Ana, California, contains some particularly large parking spaces in addition to standard parking spaces. The photo shows that this space can fit at least 2 ordinary Tesla cars standing one after another, and there will still be additional space. In addition, parking spaces are much wider than standard ones. Such parking spaces also will be ideal for Cybertruck, which will appear on the roads as early as the second half of 2023. They are quite long and wide, so charging at a big parking space will be extremely convenient for the owners. In addition to the supercharger in Santa Ana, there is at least one more that is already known. Early this year, Tesla owners noticed unusually large parking spaces at Morongo Casino's supercharger in Cabazon, California. Clearly, Tesla is gearing up for the wider adoption of electric vehicles. With EVs able to provide longer driving ranges, worries about it are already taking a back seat, and a wide charging infrastructure brings peace of mind. That is why electric vehicles will increasingly be used, where consumers used to prefer gasoline cars. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.